ora, no mai hera mai, Edifano. Welcome to ILT Stadium, Southland. Great to have you with us on a Friday night. Sal's NBL not too far away. Sky Broadband Rapid League coming up. And it's the start of the Southern Swing for the NBS Nelson Giants, taking on the Southland Sharks, of course. Justin Nelson with you. Hope you're all well. And speaking of Fano, you're a member of the family. Brooke Rusco, good evening.
Good evening. Good to be here once again as we get the young boys to get tonight rolling. And I say young boys, but Andrew Wheeler is going to be a part of this one as well. But excited for this one. Giants have really set the table when it comes to Rapid League. And I don't know if they've got it worked out just yet, but when you look at the ladder, it seems like they're doing a pretty good job. Well,
let's have a look at that Sky Broadband Rapid League ladder. Look at those Giants flying high. Did lose their last game, went down to the Airs by 3. But look at the Sharks sitting down in 10th. I think they won their first 2. They've lost their last 5 amid a lot of turbulent times in the deep south. If they can get a win here, it will certainly propel them back up that ladder. Sky Broadband Rapid League coming your way, the Sharks and the Giants. Let's have a look at the starters tonight for the Sharks. They're only suiting up 6. And I can tell you, in fact, we're going to start with the Giants, of course. They also are only suiting up 6. Sammy Dempster coming off the pine. Game 199 for him tonight in the Sal's NBL. This is a great lineup, though. Ingham, Kerr, Jones, Inwood, Davidson. Just a sprinkling of everything.
Yeah, well, I said before the young guns, but you got Ingham and Dempster both playing tonight. But with the young guns, you talk about Jones right there. It's in the DNA. It's in his pedigree. It's basketball is what he grew up on, and I'm a really big fan of Davidson and what Nicholas Davidson has done at the start of the year. I like his vision. I like the way that he plays. A really good PG, and I expect big things from him. Not just in this game, but in the main game tonight, and then going forward. I've been a big fan of what I've seen this year.
Let's have a look at the Sharks and the way that they will line up in this Sky Broadband Rapid League. As I mentioned, they're only suiting up 6th, and the 6th man coming off the pine for them, Braden Inga, is back in town. Looking forward to seeing him in this one and the Sal's NBL tonight. And you'll see right down the end of the bench there, well, that looks like Asbury, but Markale Lotz is buzzing around somewhere, I believe. He's not in the starting lineup of the Sal's NBL tonight, and of course he can't play in this game.
Imagine if they had him out here tonight, though. That would have flipped the script a little bit for them. But Matariki Kapia, I've been a big fan of him this year as well, and he's missed out a bunch of games. Played the first couple. They had a couple wins at the start of the year, and he talked about a turbulent start to the season. The Rapid League has switched up a bit because of what's happened to their main roster.
Chemist Warehouse head-to-head. There's the current form you can see for the Sharks. It's all about the Owls. Ben Hall not playing in this one. He's been elevated into the starting lineup in the Sal's NBL. Points per game, not too much different. Field goal percentage, very good. Giants, number 1.
Well, number 1 where you want to be. Number 1's in points per game, number 1's in field goal percentage. And you look at the top there, 4 out of their last 5 are a dub. And Hayden Jones sitting on 10. Ben Hall is a huge missing right now for the Southland Sharks. And get out and run, and that's where he's been living when it comes to the Rapid League. Does a great job of contesting, getting out into the lanes, and they find him. And got to go and find yourself 13 points in a Rapid League is going to be tough, but Southland Sharks can do it. It's a tough team to do it against, though.
Coin official, Sasha Nicholson, Leo Shaw, Regan Ashley.
Oh, the Moulay.
Yeah, I like it. I've got a theory across the league that if you're a ball carrier, what are they? Ball boy, ball girl, boy person, whatever, I don't know. But you've got to be under 3 foot tall.
It's like at the ride,
that's my
at the theme park, you can't play. You can play if you're 3 foot and under.
Here we go, underway. Giants with the first possession. Friday night hoops, Sal's NBL coming up a little bit later on. Game number 100 tonight in the NBL for Andrew Wheeler. What a start for the Giants. Hayden Jones with the opening points.
Got it through. I've got lucky there, or just put that one absolutely on the money, but good back cut, good finish, good start.
Great dime, wasn't it? Webster through traffic. Carpia, Webster, corner. That one a little bit too long. And here comes this impressive Giants unit. Oh, Tom Ingham with a bullet pass.
Expect Tom Ingham to get a few warm-up shots in here tonight before the main game. So he's played good pass, good look.
Nice work, wasn't it? Connor Cole to Riley Snow, and the Southerners are on the board.
Ingham's played big minutes this year already with the Nelson Giants, so he's going to play big minutes tonight and hasn't played too much Rapid. But expect him to get some looks up tonight.
Giants 5-1 on the season. Jones gets after it himself. Sharks come up with it. Carpia sends it back. Here is Andrew Wheeler. Connor Cole pulls up for three. That one off the front of the rim.
And one and done opportunity right now for the Southland Sharks. Giants doing a good job of cleaning up the board, getting out and pushing the pace as we see Ingham get into the paint.
Used his body well. There's Davidson. We spoke about the class of this young man, Nick Davidson. Just a tick over 6 points a game here in the Rapid League, but also starting to build up some good minutes in the NZNBL as well. Seeing that a lot across the board out of the Sky Broadband Rapid League, aren't we?
Well, I just like the way he plays too. Plays under control. See Cole go to work down there in the paint, but just plays under control, gets his troops in the right places. Just seems like a real solid PG, and Rapid League, another chance for him to grow and continue to grow and build experience. But like you said, he's earning some points, earning some stripes in the main game, and big bright future for Cage, or for Davidson, excuse me.
Connor Cole at the Chemist Warehouse stripe. First visit in this game. Rapid League results so far in round 6. Wednesday night, the Hawks took down the Phi 32-27. Gee, there's a lot to like about that young Hawks team. Very impressive. They're fun to watch. And last night, the Nuggets on the road. Josh Aitchison, what a game. What a night out for him. They took down the Rams 34-26. Aitchison winding back the clock. I think 4 triples in that game, 14 points, 3 assists, 3 steals, handful of rebounds. He was all over the place.
Yeah, big game for him, and big game for Ty Webster in the main game as well. 40 piece. Wasn't enough though, and the Rams got a big win against the Giants last night. So you see Jones put his head down, use that strength, that athleticism.
Speak about young talents. This man already in and around the Tall Blacks program, of course. We know the pedigree. I gave him the nickname Sop, or I picked it up from somewhere, maybe from Hugh Bain, and I can't remember, but I'm not sure it gets used too often. Son of Phil, of course. I'm pretty sure that our mate Bainan put that in my head at one stage. Webster for 3. Wasn't too far away.
Sop?
Yeah, son of Phil.
Son of Phil.
Don't like it? Nice.
I don't know if I love it.
Ashton Ingwood to the basket for another 2.
But I don't have anyone better just yet.
Well, in that case,
there's the answer.
In that case, it was definitely Hugh Bainan. Definitely. Early stages. Giants out by 5. They'll be looking to rebound after that loss last week. Went down to the Airs by 3. Wheeler with his first look. Sharks get it back. Connor Cole. He's come back from injury this season, Brooke, and I like what he's been doing. I like that.
Does a good job in the Rapid as well. Got to the free throw line before. Tough shot there. See the kicks that he's rocking today too, but you're right, coming back from injury, it's always tough just trying to find your feet as we see Ingham.
Oh, Tom Ingham.
As Wheeler goes under the screen, just can't give him any space. Now Cole can run the PG as well. Jokic out there.
And he's averaging great pass, and he may finish through traffic. Takes one with him. Jones picks himself up. Connor Cole adds 2. Averaging 11 points a game in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, Connor Cole. And they drag it back to 4.
And no Henschel tonight. No, Ben Hall, excuse me. As you see Davidson get through the paint.
Great ball movement, wasn't it? Tom Ingham for 3.
And you like that dribble penetration, collapse, the defense, swing, find your shooter. And Ingham makes him pay back-to-back 3s.
Right on quarter time as well. Handy basket there. The NBS Nelson Giants leading this one by 7 after 1. 4 by 4 minute game, the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
One thing I like already is with the Giants squad. They've got the whole squad there. They're all a part of it. You're sitting in the huddle. You see the starters all there. Greeter, McNaught, Kobe, and Portsdown, Fotu's there as well. So you can see the culture that they're building down there. It's a promising sign. It's always a good look to me when you see something like this.
Well, that's an extra 5 coaches standing there, isn't it?
Not bad, too. I bet you Alex McNaught wants to say something too.
No substitutions in that first quarter as well. So Inga and Dempster continue to sit, although it looks like Sammy D is about to step onto the floor. Speaking about stepping up, look at this. Any large pizza available till next Tuesday at Sells. QR code or Sells dish, 25% off.
That looks delicious. That does look good. Friday night, it's a bit of me.
Well, Casey and I were talking about this on Wednesday night during the Hawks game. You're just compelled when you see that offer to then ask the question, which one are you going for?
Oh, it's like picking your favourite kid. It's hard to go past pepperoni from Sells.
Did you just say pick your favourite kid? No, I'm with you. It's a pepperoni for me as well. Dempster into the action.
An instant impact from Sammy, reads it.
Davidson may have turned it over. He did. Sharks come forward. Cole, Wheeler left it behind. Sammy D picked it up. The two old men sharing the ball between them. Wheeler in game 100 tonight in the Sells NBL. Sammy D on Sunday in Dunedin against Otago. Will be playing game number 200.
I say this with love because I did play with Sammy. He's he's a good friend of mine, good teammate. Is he the first ball man in Rapid?
Oh,
he may be.
I think you're onto something.
Put that on a Spades.
I think you're onto something. At the Chemist Warehouse. Aston Inwood, some experience with the Saints. I like this NBS Giants uniform as well.
It's the baby blue.
Yeah, the New Balance strip. Looks a picture. Inwood missed the second, came up with it. Dempster hands it off, may get it back, he will, and look out, he'll fire away. Loves that spot.
Just too easy. Cardinals, you can't let someone like Sammy Dempster see that much space. Pick and pop is what he does. He'll be on the scout. Just found too much space, but good look from Davidson and good look from Sammy Dempster.
Tall black debut at, what was it, age 32? Sammy D, 31, yep. 32.
And well deserved, had a heck of a year that year as well. Giants pushed him. See Davidson get deep into the paint, finish with the left this time. Trying to get everybody else involved, made the right decision on that one, but they're going back to Sammy Dempster. It was a late push. The Giants had a huge year that year. Well-deserved cap for the Tall Blacks. Well, got away with the double there.
They're starting to rack up the points now, aren't they? Out to a 12-point lead now, the Giants. Still plenty of time to play in this second period. They are the #1 scoring team in the competition.
It looks like they have a chance to obliterate the 40 points today. 20 already. It's just too easy down this end.
Jones on the drive, soft touch. Gets the roll. He's just got that turn of speed, hasn't he? And I like this from Connor Cole, using the player timeout to bring his team together and just settle things down. The Giants on a run now, and this is a very calculated move by Connor Cole.
Yeah, it's a good one too. I'm a fan of using it at the right time. I think a lot of the times we save it. When teams go on runs, it's an easy time to just chuck in a player timeout, but you're talking about just that soft touch from Jones there on the rim. It absolutely was, but it's also soft defense down the other end. Let's call that Olay defense. Just one dribble on the rim. That's back-to-back times now. Davidson got to his left, finished. And then Jones does the exact same thing. Starts on the defensive end for the Sharks. They need to get stops.
7-sip run by the Giants to open this second quarter. Let's see what the Sharks do out of the player timeout. Webster will fire from deep. It does go deep. It falls to Jones. They're on the move here again. The Giants loading up. Inwood on the reverse. Puts it down. Playing with speed, aren't they?
Yeah, had all the time in the world there. I thought he was going to go up there and bang that one on the same side. Took his time, finished on the other side, and puts this one out to a 16-point lead here in the second for the Nelson Giants.
Big left boot of Sam Dempster. Sees some action.
And the Sharks have capable shooters, but they need to find something inside first, whether that's dribble penetration. But the last few shots have all been threes with nothing inside the paint, no inside-outside action. It's been one-and-done opportunities. You see Cole that time convert from deep.
Well, they had that game against the Saints in the Sky Broadband Rapid League a few weeks ago. There was 93 points scored in that game. Dempster goes long. Davidson now. True right off the hand. It never looked like missing.
true to form as well, and they're doing a good job of just picking up. It's not 94 feet, but they're just doing enough to pressure the guards for the Southland Sharks at the moment.
Snow into the corner. Webster for three. So the long bombs are starting to drop both ends of the floor. Margin at 13 still, though.
Dribble penetration. Let it get into the paint. Go into that on-ball, quick pocket pass. Spread the ball and they find their shooters.
Nice hands. Riley Snow. Wheeler. Cole. He's already got 9 points. Not afraid to fire away. In a bit of form at the moment.
Ain't mad about the heat check too. Wide open. Just hit the last one.
Ingham. Sharks, no subs. Braden Inga has been sitting on the bike over the back.
Oh, Braden Inga ain't playing today. You see it already. These boys are going to have to play the full 16 with the 5. I'd be very surprised if Inga gets out there tonight.
Well, they've made some calculated moves in their starting roster for the NZNBL as well. Markale Lotz has been left out. And of course can't play in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. No imports, Kiwis only. So that's one man down. And as we said, Braden Inga, he's back tonight, but doesn't look like he's going to step out in this one. So they're going to go with the 5, the Sharks. This man has had a wonderful first half. Can't get the runner to drop.
Like the look though, inside, outside. You have to show a hand on the 3. Good job up fake, get to the rim, just missed the floater, but good look.
Nice drive. Davidson taking contact. He'll head to the Chemist Warehouse. 7.4 to play. Giants have their player timeout available. The Sharks have used theirs. Of course, teams get 1 per half, same as the NZNBL. And I must say, one of the best teams to use player timeouts in either the NBL or Rapid League, I've got to give it to the Hawks Sky Broadband Rapid League team. They just always seem to score or go very, very close coming out of a player timeout. Did it again on Wednesday night.
The foul there on Ingham is one way to make the coach happy. What you work on during the weekend. Doesn't necessarily have to go in, but you're right, they do convert on a lot of them. But you just want to execute. Do a good job of executing out of those timeouts.
There's the foul. Back underway. Live play. Webster corner. Tough shot. Rattled around for Andrew Wheeler. And at the half, the Giants have made their move. They're out by 15. Excellent second quarter. 14-6 run. And they will be dominating the Chemist Warehouse stats after 8 minutes of play. NZNBL coming your way later tonight, 7:30 p.m. local time. Here are the Chemist Warehouse stats. Connor Cole, Nick Davidson leading the way.
Yeah, we talked about Connor Cole a lot, getting good looks, converting as well. Averages 11 and no haul out there tonight, so he has to step up. Someone else has to step up, and he's taking that role, but they need to get stops on the defensive end. Need a rebound as well, and it's one and done opportunities right now for the Southland Sharks. The Giants are doing a good job of cleaning everything up on the defensive end, getting out and pushing the pace, and then it's just way too easy down there. Pass, get to the rim, finish on the rim if they don't. Second chance opportunities, and you'd like to see those 4 assists right there. And you're doing that in 8 minutes, it's not bad.
Yeah, Aston Inwood has certainly been involved plenty. Sammy D with a couple of steals as well. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to our official stats partner, Chemist Warehouse. We've been talking about Andrew Wheeler playing his 100th NBL game tonight. Just the second Shark to tick over the triple figures. Who does he sit behind? I do have the answer in front of me, by the way. I'm not relying on you.
Oh, can't be Paulie.
No.
Braswell?
No.
Pledger.
James Paranatai.
Oh,
121
JP.
games between 2010 and 2016. Geez, some success.
Shout out to big James Paranga.
There you go.
Ranganatai.
Yeah, apologies if I've mispronounced the name. But yeah, 121 games. Sky Broadband Fibre Starter. First 3 months, $30 a month. What a ripper. That offer's been extended through to June 30. Get on board. Best way to watch the Sky Broadband Rapid League.
I once ran into a screen from JP and I can still hear my ears are ringing.
Well,
that was a screen you didn't want to run into.
Tell me a little bit about JP as a player.
Soft touch, big body. Could step away from the arc. He was compared to a lot of the time of just after Pero Cameron. They had a similar game. I'm not going to call them PC because there was only one PC, but they had a similar sort of way they would play. Soft touch in the paint with screen and pick and roll, and just a really smart player. Didn't play above the rim, but wherever he played, he made the team that he was on better. And spent a bit of time with him with the Māoris, and he'd always get you open if he came off a screen, but defensively, he never wanted to run into that screen, as we see. Sammy D, true to form. Corner pocket hits that 3-ball.
Opening points of this second half. It's a game that's been dominated by the Giants. Sharks staring down the barrel of their 6th straight loss in the RL. Carpia driving the hoop. The young man from Wellington in orange this season.
And I've been impressed with him.
Warehouse.
Been impressed with him on the year. Obviously, a lot of these have been in losing efforts, but on a personal basis, just the way he's performed and what he's been able to do, made the most of his opportunity, gets a lot of minutes down here, and whether it's been in Rapid, whether it's been in the main game straight after this, never looks flustered, always plays within himself. And it's an opportunity down here to see big minutes in the Southland NBL, and I feel like he's putting teams on notice just to let them know that he's a part of this league. He can contribute in teams, and good call for him to move down to the Southland Sharks.
Sal's NBL trade window opens up next week, May the 12th, 66 hours. I think we may see 2 or 3, and I think in year 1 that's a fairly good outcome as teams
what do you know something.
There's a few going on at the moment. There's a few discussions. Sammy Dempster back-to-back triples, if you don't mind. Yeah, definitely a few discussions taking place at the moment. The Bulls and the Tuatara have hatched a plan, so we'll see that unfold. That'll probably be the first one to drop on May 12. Ooh. But also a chance, for players, I think. If they're not happy where they are, nice basket, Quake Webster. Maybe greener pastures, maybe greater opportunity. Who knows? Of course, any team that trades a player in also gets a 6.5% rise in their salary cap. So just the chance to maybe do something in the second half of the season. We saw the Rams last year recruit Corey Webster down the stretch.
Yeah, that worked out.
What a move that was.
Last year's NBL champions, and Corey played a huge part there. The push over all 3 games at Trust Arena last year, and walked out with the ultimate goal, and you're absolutely right.
Hayden Jones up and over the top. Impressive stuff.
Just such a bright future. He's got that big body. He's long. But as we talked about before, just it's in the DNA, and I'm excited to see what he can do over the next 2-3 years. And also when he gets to talking about higher pastures, when he eventually puts on that black jersey a little bit more.
Active defensively as well. Really like that. Plays both ends of the floor. Dempster firing at the moment. Sammy D. Just showing the Young Bucks how to do it.
And everything from behind the arc. You got to know where he is at all times. Too much space for Sammy Dempster, and he's going to make you pay.
Oh, he's a smart man. Expend as little energy as you possibly can. Carpia, strong. Webster, Snow, little up fake, handy, good defense, surrounded by blue, finally gets it to go. Margin at 20. Highest score in the Sky Broadband Rapid League sits with the Rams, 52. Ingham straightened out the net, couldn't put the ball through it.
The Giants might be knocking on the door. Sitting on 40 right now, but it's the looks that they're getting. Wide open looks. Nothing's changed. On the defensive end, they need to get stops as Cole gets to the paint this time. Finishes with the left, but they jumped into the zone. They've sat in this 2-3 zone the majority of the quarter. They're out of it now. They're doing a pretty good job compared to.
Oh, the handles on Jones. Contact after the shot. Gets it back. Dempster's been firing from long range. Ingham. Not sure where he was going with that. Had nobody to pass it to. Carpia, deep two. That won't go. Dempster. He'll just hoik it up from long range. Three-quarter effort not rewarded, and at three-quarter time, this Giants team in full control of the Sky Broadband Rapid League tonight. 40-22, seemingly on their way to a 6th win and holding down that top position. Look at Sammy D here. No question, a future coach. Still got a few years out in the middle, I think.
And the way Sammy's going, he might be playing for another 4 or 5 years, you're right. But another golden opportunity. This is why I like Rapid League, is some of these young guys who've been playing with Sammy Dempster for years now, but just pick up experience. And to have someone like him in the huddle calling the shots. Coach Tommy Gargiulio there, former GIN, now coaching in the Rapid, and he's been the assistant coach with Fitch there for a few years now. And you've got the 11s on as well.
Or someone may have forgotten to tell him that you can't wear jeans when you coach. Is that just the look on a Southern road trip? Is that the look you go with?
On the swag meter, though, you know, meet Tommy G. The swag meter's always on 100.
Last quarter underway. Connor Cole certainly tried his hardest tonight. 11 points for him. One of the best scorers in this competition. That one short, Inwood. Good defense.
Just going back to Tommy G, if we get a chance, can we just zoom up on those? I think he's rocking the 11s today, but that might be the best shoes on the court.
I'm sure we'll get a shot at some stage, just for you.
Thank you. Good luck.
Inwood, he's been impressive. Rudy Kerr out there working hard as well. Another one of these impressive youngsters that the Giants have. We talk about the production factory that comes out of Christchurch. There's a fair sort of production line in basketball that comes out of Nelson.
Yeah, they've always done a good job as well. And I remember when I was younger, legendary coach Nina Vucevic, used to run a holiday program that I was lucky enough to go down a few times. And yeah, you're right, they always have product and talent down there, from Josh Bloxham, Clint Delaney came through the pipeline. Coach Mike Fitchett's been there for years now. Dare I say, Mika Vacona as well. So, all right, the pedigree down there is not the worst.
Riley Snow with the finish for the Sharks, hanging in there at the moment, battling away. Just the 5 players on the floor tonight. Right throughout for the Sharks. No subs for them. Hayden Jones. Turn and shoot for 3.
It just can't go under. The Sharks have gone under a bunch of screens, whether it's been with Jones or Ingham or Sammy Dempster. You just can't go under these shooters, give them way too much space, and they made them pay all night long. And it should probably just be a written rule. If your last name's Jones, you cannot go under that screen.
Game high 12 points for him now, Hayden Jones, and another rebound as well. He has 12. Dempster has 9. Connor Cole has 11 for the Sharks. All of the stats with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Connor Cole just pleading his innocence there. He may get away with it, actually, because I think Matariki Carpia had first contact. He is called for the foul. Nick Davidson just scratching his head. He's off to the Chemist Warehouse. It's like a pinball in there.
Got to ask a question though, don't you? Go up for a review.
What are your thoughts on the Sharks tonight? NZNBL, they're 0-7 on the season. LeGerald Vick, to use Andrew Mulligan's line earlier this week, was evicted during the week.
Yeah, it was always going to be tough. They haven't won a game yet. No Ben Hall, their leading scorer, has been boosted up into the starting lineup for the main game tonight. They're playing with 5, and they probably knew that they were just going to play with 5 with Ingham sitting on the bench. So it was always going to be tough, and you're coming up against the #1 team. And what I've liked about the Nelson Giants, on top of them having Sammy Dempster, as we see the 3-ball 4 for Cole.
How good's Cole been?
It's been great. Is a lot of the times you can play to who you're playing. And they came out and they knew they had a job to do, and they got it done nice and early.
I think we've got to see a real gutsy effort from the Sharks tonight. They've got to step up. They've got to show us that they mean business, and they've got to come out and scrap tonight.
Well, one thing that they have on their side right now is you can just chuck the kitchen sink in it. You have nothing to lose at this point. Give it everything you got. You have a half-open look, take it, shoot the ball with confidence, get out there, be scrappy.
Yeah,
you can fight, but it's a prideful group down there. The fans are some of the best fans that you can get, so you want to get out there and show out for the fans that have showed up night in, night out, and try and punch them in the face nice and early.
Well, that's the word for me tonight. Friday night hoops, Sal's NBL not too far away. I want to see a scrap. I want to see some real fight from the Sharks. Carpia, he'll have to play some minutes tonight. He's fouled on the way to the hoop. He'll visit the coloured stripe. 1:05 to play in this one. Giants have dominated from the outset. What a season they're having in this Sky Broadband Rapid League. They've been impressive. The Hawks have been impressive. The Airs, just the Airs' depth.
It's not bad, is
the
it?
players that they can play in this competition as well. Really good. First one bobbles around for Carpia. Let's see what he can do here with the second. They've had some patches, haven't they? Player timeout called by the Giants here. They'll advance the ball out of this. They've had their patches, the Sharks, but just the scoring power of this Giants team. Well drilled, move the ball well, inside, outside. They just constantly look like they're active.
Well, it's hard when you're always taking the ball out of the net. And Southland Sharks, if the Giants put up 45 on you tonight, it's hard to find that rhythm, especially in rapid. But every time you're taking the ball out of the net, because it's dribble penetration on the rim, then they're going under screens of shooters and they're making them pay. So it's on the defensive end where I think they need to get it right first. Just go a long way to having them on the offensive end.
Davidson got the bright kicks on. Does really well. Ernest Kerr helps set him up. Gave him the lane, and Davidson did not disappoint. 3-point play opportunity at the Chemist Warehouse.
There goes that man again. Up to 11 now on the ball game. Chance for 12 to tie up Hayden Jones.
Hasn't missed either, Nick Davidson. You'll see Kerr come across here. There he is. Just helps him out. Too quick for Andrew Wheeler. And as you said, double-digit scoring now.
Hasn't missed. You got to shoot the ball more.
Well, I'll tell you what, that world record 52 points for a Sky Broadband Rapid League is in sight.
It's in jeopardy. They've had a couple chances to really push it and make it close already. I thought they might have 52 already, but you're right, they've still got a chance.
Rams hold it. Giants are coming. Webster, nowhere to go.
Whoa.
Turns it over. 38 to play. Giants 4 shy of the world record.
Call it. Did they get it? Is it 52 to tie, 53 to take the lead?
52 to tie, 53 to take. And it is a world record. This game isn't played anywhere else. Are there a chance?
No, I need a yes or a no, not there a chance.
Well, I'm going to say, on the back of this, I'm going to say no. If that had gone down, I'm right there
yes.
with it. I'm right there with it. That's what you call a hezzy. Here's Webster. Step back. 3. Long. Davidson. They come again, the Giants. Just sizing up his opportunity, spinning inside, outside. I love this from the Giants. Inward, pass wasn't the best, but Kerr there to finish it.
Well, they still put up the 50-piece. You have to be happy with that. If you're part of the Nelson Giants, very impressive win. Did what they came to do in rapid, and now they get ready for the big job tonight.
6-1 on the season for the Nelson Giants. They are building one heck of a program under that man pacing across the court, Mike Fitchett. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats for this one tonight in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Connor Cole will finish as the game high scorer of 14, did all he could for the team in orange. But look at this rollout for the Giants. Davidson, Jones, Dempster. 3 triples for Dempster. And Inwood, really impressive tonight, Aston Inwood.
Really impressive. And on the rebounds as well. Hughes there was 7, 5 for Kerr. Davidson was everywhere with the 4 rebounds. Sammy Dempster didn't play their first quarter, but still ended up on 2, and Jones with 2 as well. But you want to talk about Inwood. He was everywhere. Just did what he had to do. Big 5 assists and rapid. And the assist was spread across for the Sharks, but it's tough when you put up 28 to really fill up the stat sheet. And Giants did a good job of, like I said, just cementing that game nice and early. Sammy Dempster made a big impact there in the second quarter just to blow it out with a couple threes, and never really looked like they were going to lose that one tonight, and did what they came to do.
Got a feeling that message on the floor tonight is very much there on purpose for the 0 and 7
Tommy got to
work
on his run, though. I was giving him credit for the Jays, but got to work on that run there, Tommy.
Focus. Are we going to see that tonight from the Southland Sharks as they search for their first win in the 2024 Sal's NBL season? A good night is underway for the Giants. They've taken the win in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. And tonight's Friday night clash not too far away between the Sharks and the Giants. Some Sal's NBL highlights on the other side of the break. We'll be back here shortly for the main bout.
Basketball is a movie, and every game is a blockbuster. E for excitement, entertainment, energy, and epic. Southland's NBL 2024 is rated E.
Back to the bone. Watch out, 'cause I'm in my zone. And I don't care what you think you got.
Kia ora, Edifano. Friday night hoops in the Southland's NBL. Great to have your company. Round 6 up and going. We're in the deep south on the southern swing. The NBS Nelson Giants paying a visit to the Southland Sharks. The Sharks 0-7 on the season, desperately searching for win number 1. The Giants are 2-4. Justin Nelson with you, sitting right alongside me. Brooke Rusco, great to see you. And will tonight be the night that we finally see the Shark Tank come to life?
Well, I like the word that you used there, desperately looking for a win and get a win in the win column. But one thing that they have going for them tonight is, if you're a part of the Southland Sharks, you've got nothing to lose. Just chuck the kitchen sink at it. You get an open look, you let it go. You get out and run, you scrap, you claw, you make it a dog fight tonight. But you have nothing to lose, so just give it a go.
I'll tell you one thing they haven't got going for them, the viewers. Because right now, if I do my maths very, very quickly, 86% going with the Giants to win.
And if I'm being completely honest with you, 14% seems like a bit of a stretch.
Ooh.
At the start of it, just the way they played, how everything's worked for them so far. There's been so much disruption, so many different changes with the squad that they've had this year. So it's going to be tough for them tonight, but they can get it done. Every team in this league can win, especially when you're at home. But they need to make it a fight tonight.
Well, it's been another big week for the Sharks. Vic got the flick. Lagerald Vic sent home. Sal's NBL ladder, more on that later. Saints leading the way at the moment. Bulls, Tuatara. Rams had a win last night over the Nuggets, who are at 3-3. Giants win tonight. Bang, back up they go.
Yeah, and it's a fight for that number 6 spot. And Andrew Mulligan said this on Hoop Hits the other night, but I feel like 1 to 5 are going to set themselves up pretty nicely to have a really good run at this and a real good crack at, seeing themselves into the playoffs. But it's that battle for number 6 right now is up for grabs. Big win last night from the Rams over the Nuggets. It's those games that are super important. But you're right, the Giants, they get this win tonight. They're back up there fighting for that 6th spot as well.
It's busy times in round 6, as it is every week in the Sal's NBL. Another full slate. Let's have a look at the games coming up. Look at this for a Saturday. The Airs and the Bulls, game of the round in my books. Looking forward to that one. Tuatara and the Hawks. Look out for the Hawks. This is a team that can cause some damage. They had a great win on Wednesday night. They've got a fantastic starting 5. Do not write them off. Nuggets and Giants, that's our big game on Sunday afternoon. Live and free also on Sky Open. Jets and the Saints do battle on Sunday night. Always a bit of spice between those two teams. Starting lineup tonight for the NBS Nelson Giants. McNaught, Langley, Akuba will be looking to bounce back. Wasn't great last week. And then the two Dans, the double Dans.
It's a really solid lineup that they have going right now. Alex McNaught's been down there for 3 or 4 years now. He knows what he's doing as a part of this team under Coach Fitchett, but just across the board, solid squad, and you're right, it's the double Ds down the end.
Mike Fitch.
That was what you would call it, but I'm the double Ds down there and Dan.
We'll talk about that while we go to Mike Fitchett. Here's the coach of the Nelson Giants.
Well, Mike, welcome to Invercargill. It's the Southern Road trip, so you've got Otago on the weekend as well. How do you plan for a Southern swing like this?
Yeah, we had a reasonably short turnaround from our home game on Sunday, so just smash out the scout, get ready for the Southland game and worry about Otago at about 10 p.m. tonight. But awesome coming down here. It's always great hospitality, so happy to be here, but hopefully we can walk out with a win.
All right, and what does your scout of the Sharks tell you? What are you expecting from this team tonight? They've made changes, so there's a bit of an unknown quantity there, right?
Yeah, I mean, the guys they do have, we know reasonably well with Callum and Braden Inga coming back as a big add, and obviously Zoe came back last week. So talented guys, yet to put it together, obviously, but our job to make sure tonight's not the night they do. So really, can we be disciplined in what we want to do and hold those primarily those shooting threats from getting going.
Good stuff, mate. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
And as much as a winless team wants to break the ice and get their first win of the season, when you're the opposition, you don't want to be that team.
You don't want to be that team. And one thing you do want to be if you're that team, though, especially the players, is the quick turnaround. You've got less training, you've got more games to be in big week. And I'm sure a fun week for the players for the Giants.
Here's how the Sharks are starting tonight. Telfer, Asbury, Burton. Hall comes into the starting lineup. He replaces Markale Lotz, who will come off the bench. Big Cal McRae, of course, played for the Giants last season. That's how we'll start. Coach is Guy Malloy. Let's have a chat with him now.
Sharks coach Guy Malloy made another week where you've made roster moves, releasing LeGerald Vic. Tell us how the week's gone for the team.
I think the week has been exceptionally good. So some changes were really necessary for our culture, and yeah, I can't fault the work ethic and the intent and the desire from the team to come in and prepare for this week. So I think they've done a great job, and yeah, we're just looking for some rewards, you know, some small successes, and I think if we can get that, confidence will flow.
And the Nelson Giants is the challenge tonight. Talk us through them as an opponent.
Yeah, I like their team, and they'll be tough every position on the floor, and you know, we know Fitch will have them playing well, so you know, Fortu's a particular threat. Greeta's a high energy guy. Yeah, McNaught, same thing. Yeah, threats over the floor. So look, saying that, same message as last week. It's a lot more about us and trying to establish our execution at both ends of the floor, because we can't have patches of play where there's big holes in that, and we're getting better, and I hope tonight it's our first four-quarter performance.
All the best for it, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Got to see some fight from the Sharks tonight. Hidden message in there as well, I think. LeGerald Vic just did not fit the culture. Chemist Warehouse head-to-head for this one. Friday night hoops in the Sal's NBL. And look at the tail of the tape there. Says a little bit. Dan Greeta, leading scorer for the Giants, points per game. That is the lowest we've seen in more than 10 years in the Sal's NBL, so not a great sign. Chemist Warehouse stats, our official partner in season 2024. Andrew Wheeler plays his 100th game in the Sal's NBL tonight.
Yeah, congratulations to him as well. He's, you know, as a stalwart, he's been in there since day one.
For this man and for the Sharks, Andrew Wheeler tonight will become the second player in club history to play 100. Mate, what does that mean for you?
It's a pretty cool feat. Like, as we've discussed before, growing up in Southland, we never had the Sharks when I was coming through. So setting all these firsts and being a part of the club and going through all these firsts to be the first local to hit the 100, it was something that was part of the reason why I came back playing this year, because I did want to kind of tick that off and be the first person to do it. So yeah, it does mean something to me. So it's cool that I managed to get there without a calf blowing out or something.
Let's not speak too soon. But 92 was what you started the season on, so you're quite aware of the number, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Obviously, you do a good job of keeping the stats up to date and stuff like that. And me being a Sharks fan through and through, I keep an eye on where everything's at. So yeah, I knew exactly where it was.
Hey, congratulations, mate. It's an outstanding achievement, and good luck tonight.
Thanks very much.
One of the good guys, isn't he, Andrew Wheeler? Congratulations, game 100 tonight.
And one thing you can always say about Andrew Wheeler is he's going to give it his all. Every time he's out there for this team, every time he puts that orange on, you know you're going to get 100 from him. So congratulations to bring up 100 on a special night. I imagine for him and his family. And Coach Malloy talked about it, his confidence is such a beast in the game of basketball, and they just need to build on some confidence. Hopefully they can put four quarters together for Andrew Wheeler, but for themselves, for a squad as well. And someone needs to jump on the heater. Someone just needs to cook tonight. Someone needs to put their hand up and say, follow my lead, boys. We're going to get this dub. And
Braden Inga comes back in. He's been playing over in England, so he's a handy addition to the Sharks tonight. Coin officials for this one as the two teams step out on the floor and ready to go. Friday night hoops. In fact, let's just have a quick look at the poll again. Hasn't changed too much. It's all about the Giants. Pizza's up for grabs. It's free and fun. There's the QR code. You can join in and be a part of the action. Set for a start. Coin officials, Reagan Ashley, Sasha Nicholson and Matt Bathurst. Another ball delivery taking place as the Molten comes out. And again, a great chance for the centres to look very big.
against that luscious moulet, it's a good effort right there.
Oh, they do it well down south.
That's the pride of the South right there.
Tell you what, listening to Andrew Wheeler as well, geez, they roll their R's down south, don't they?
Oh, they do.
Love it. I think we're going to have a re-jump. In fact, no, we're not. It's going to go the way of the Sharks. Of course, Bigger Kuba tapped it to himself. Can't do that.
That's rule number one.
So the Sharks with the opening possession here tonight, Friday Night Hoops. Settle in live on Sky Sport across New Zealand, ESPN in the United States and Puerto Rico, FIBA YouTube in every other corner of the globe. McRae looking inside, shot clock's going to beat him, miscommunication there, opportunity goes begging for the team in orange.
And tough way to start this ball game. Defensive pressure wasn't anything through the roof, wasn't anything to write home about, just lost the time on the shot clock and a quick turnover for the Southland Sharks.
Giants have already had a good start to the night, winning the Sky Broadband Rapid League 50-28. Dan Fortu gets things underway.
Just too easy. Going to have to send a double team down there if we've got Scotty Telfer on Dan Fortu. Seals too deep. No pressure on the pass and one dribble on the rim.
Part of the deadly double Dans that the Giants have this season. McRae, Asprey starting to settle into life here in the NZNBL. That one rimmed out. Kobe Langley, keep an eye on him tonight. Greeter, what a season, the 26-year-old Aussie. Ran into a sea of Sharks.
You can tell they're going to push the pace tonight, though. Gets the ball down to the corner, quick rip to the base from Dan Greeter. And Giants look like they're just trying to make a statement nice and early in this ball game.
Good crowd as well. Fantastic to see the faithful sticking fat with the Sharks. Big back cut, great finish. Alex McNaught getting the feed from up above. And that's a pleasing sign if you're a Giants fan.
And it's also just a product of just a team that hasn't been able to find any continuity. Way too easy on the back cut, no communication, and you're right, Alex McNaught finishes on the rim as Callum McRae tidies up and puts the Southland Sharks on the ball. But comms have to be an all-time high for the Southland Sharks tonight, especially with so many changes, so many different starting lineups. One thing everybody has is we see Callum McRae get the block down the other end, but one thing every team has is they have a chance to talk. Big vocal effort tonight from the Sharks is needed.
It's going to be a battle inside, isn't it? McRae and Akuba. A lot of foul trouble last week for Big Theo. Oh, Zoe Burton, if you don't mind. That'll get the crowd on their feet.
He shot that one from Bluff where they eat the oysters. And it needed that. Three-point shooter, presence, been their captain. Set out a few games and they've missed him. Too easy once again down the other end, but we knew what he can do and it's good to see.
McNaught to Akuba. Well, you said someone's got to get on a heater tonight for the Sharks. We know that Zoe Burton can light it up here at ILT Stadium Southland. We've seen it many times before. He's back from that hamstring injury, of course. 4-2. Good defense in the end. Scotty Telfer. We talked about scrapping tonight. Scotty Telfer will be up for a scrap. Offensive foul. Callum McRae.
A tough one there. Didn't see much on the action. Got Alonzo Burton coming off. Went for the handoff. Just must have dropped that hip just slightly, ever so slightly. Picked up McNaught and picks up his first foul.
This guy Malloy. He'd love a win tonight. It's been a tough season. Players in and out, not fitting the culture. Certainly had their issues, the Sharks. But a big chance tonight as they take back possession. Theo Akuba too long in the paint.
And one thing wins do is it can mask a lot of things. And you pick up a few L's and currently haven't picked up their first win yet. The L's are a little bit louder and that's when that culture starts to build in the right or wrong direction. And it's just been a tough start so far for the Southland Sharks this year.
I'll tell you now, the sleep in the next morning is always better coming off a win. Asprey, great hands, big steal. There was a hold there. Langley, terrific hands. Asprey is going to get plucked for the foul here. And it's going to be clear path as well. How about the hands of Kobe Langley?
Gets done on the defensive end. And tough one there for Asprey, just with the bench that isn't that deep. Can't be giving away cheap fouls. And put Langley to the line, converts that first one, but starts on the defensive end. But you almost might be better in that situation to just give up the 2 points. The team's going to need you out there late in the ball game. Can't afford to pick up those fouls.
He's #1 for steals in the competition, Kobe Langley. 4 a game. converts at the Chemist Warehouse. Giants by 3. Ben Hall there defensively on Greeter, coming into the starting lineup tonight. Markel Lotz coming off the bench for the Sharks. Offensive foul. So the Sharks get it back.
And once again, didn't see much on that one. It's the same cause Big Callum McRae got picked up with, but the refs are calling it. Bigs have to be ready for that.
So one on McRae, one on Akuba.
It also goes back to the guards as well. You have to come off the shoulder of the big. Get a little tighter with that dribble. Make sure you're not putting your big out.
Shot fires away. Asprey 3. Ties it back up. Sharks with some fight early in this one. McRae, rebound. And again, picking it up. Pace up the floor. Inside, outside. Hall can hit threes. That one's short.
I like it though. This is the looks they need to get. Get stops down the defensive end. It all starts on the defensive end. Push the pace. Collapse the defense. Wide open 3. Then it's make or miss.
Turnover again. Sharks up with it. Asprey, Greeter. Great defense. Good contest. And now back the other way. The Aussie draws the foul. He'll head to the Chemist Warehouse stripe. What a season he's having, Dan Greeter. What a head of hair.
Just think the same thing.
Timeout call midway through the first here in Southland tonight. It's 8 apiece. On the southern swing, the NBS Nelson Giants. But I'll tell you what we have seen early in this one. We've seen some fight from the Southland Sharks.
Yeah, promising start. And just need to stay in the fight. You're absolutely right. It's highly unlikely that they're going to put up 100 tonight, so it's all going to start on the defensive end. If they win, their pizza's going to taste a whole lot nicer.
I'll tell you what is likely tonight.
A date with that.
25% off any large pizza. That's this week's special from our great friends at Sal's. You know the drill by now. That's available until next Tuesday. Friday night pizza. With thanks to Sal's, there is nothing, I repeat, nothing better than that. Pepperoni every day. What have you made of the Sharks early?
I've made it. They look like they're here to play tonight. They're getting stops down one end. They're getting half decent looks right now as well. But they look like they're here for the fight tonight. They're going to have to scrap. They're going to have to claw. It isn't going to be the prettiest game ever. If they want to win, for me, they have to get it done on the defensive end. Like I was saying before, I don't think they're going to put up 100 tonight. So you can't allow the Giants to get out there and put up 90, 95 to 100. Get it done on the defensive end. Make this one tight. And give yourself a chance to win the ball game.
Well, Mike Fitchett is an astute coach. He would have prepped his team for this sort of start from the Sharks. Dan Greeter converts both from the Chemist Warehouse. Opening points for him. He's averaging just under 21 points a game this season. Quite outstanding. McRae wanted Telfer, misses him, loose hands. Greeter was just buzzing around. Here's Burton, got to get busy. Shot clock at 4, draws the foul. Zoe Burton. It's going to go on Langley.
Good defensive pressure there from the Nelson Giants. Greeter blowing up their first screen, gave it a go, and Callum McRae brought it back. Drop a little handle there. It's got a little scrappy at the end, but they did enough. Lonzo Burton gets to the free throw line, picks up the foul as well.
Gee, looked like Langley pretty clean with his hands. Tad unlucky. Zoe Burton, one of the best in the business from the stripe. Gee, the Sharks could do with a big night from this man.
And it's the little things. The little things can become the big things, but getting to the free throw line, converting once you get to the free throw line, back to back right there. But they can't leave anything out there tonight, especially from the line. Can they get steals, tips, blocks? It's those small things that become big.
Langley to Greeter. Corner three doesn't go down. Asprey battling away, had his big man step in and help. Looks a little bit more settled tonight, Caleb Asprey. Had some time with the team now. Back cut, Telfer, great feed, big Cal.
And I like Cal at the high post because he's a proven passer. You need to move when he's there. Telfer does a good job there of getting behind Fotu, and he finds him.
Well, I'm pretty sure
Cal, a lot more.
Pretty sure Cal McRae's right up there. Might be number one in the team for assists.
Yeah, and he leads the team with assists right now. 3 assists a night, which has to grow. And as a team, they need to have someone with more than 3 assists as their leading guy. But when you're just putting up 70 a night, it's tough to fill up the stat sheet.
How's the timing of the round 6 court partner for the Sharks? Focus. And I reckon that's a message that Guy Malloy will be happy his team is running up and down the floor over all night. Focus Technology Group. Perfect timing tonight as the team searching for their first win of the season.
And a good place for them right now. They're up 2, but Markel Lotz makes his way into the ball game. You know, their import.
Well, you reckon he's coming out of the doghouse, pulled from the starting lineup, can't play in the Sky Broadband Rapid League, has been sitting for the first 5.5 minutes.
Well, it can go one of 2 ways, can't it? Either light a fire right underneath you and you come out and you have yourself a ball game, or you can drop your lower lip and just go about the motion. So hoping it's the first and not the latter. We'll see a big night tonight from Markel Lotz.
Well, he was outstanding in the opening game of the season against the Nuggets, a game the Sharks should have won. Went down in overtime. The slippery eel doing his best to add another 5 minutes in that one. Lotz was outstanding for the Sharks, but since then it's been a tough run. Sammy Dempster's had a look at a couple early.
Good defensive position there for the Southland Sharks. The best part about that, it's one and done. They get going down the other end and a chance to extend this lead.
McRae again feeding. Burton turns it over. Sammy D, too big. McNaught backs it out. Goes back to work inside. Young Alex McNaught.
It just lulled him to sleep. But he's going to set up that offense. Quick rip baseline. It starts with that turnover.
The old sucker punch, wasn't it? Dempster fouled there, just stepping in. I don't think there's any doubt about that call from the coin officials. 12 apiece, 7 minutes in, and look who steps onto the floor for the first time in season 2024, Braden Inga. Welcome back to the Sharks.
And you can hear it with the crowd, and has a chance to be the X factor that they're looking for. We know what he can do. And I'd imagine he has a green light tonight to go out and prove what he's capable of.
Well, the upside also, Brooke, is he's not coming back from injury or anything like that. He's been playing basketball overseas. Rolling around, Dan Fortu disappointed he didn't get the call. Inga into the corner, look out, Zoe Burton's up and about tonight.
And instant impact, you love that Zoe Burton hit that corner pocket 3, but Ingham gets the job done on the defensive end against Fortu, pushes the pace, gets the assist. Good start and instant impact from Braden Inga tonight.
McNaught trying to feed off Dempster. Confusion, they turn it over again. Gee, they've had a few that they've given back to the Sharks already in this game. Lotz his first real touch. Burton active. Tough pass to take though. And now Ingham into the action. Lotz just reaches down with a clumsy foul in the end.
Yeah, it was a tough pass. Good cut there from Alonzo Burton. Did a good job of attracting the eyes on the defensive end, but the look was in Braden Inga in the corner. But it's an aggressive turnover. There's different types of turnovers you can have. Obviously, you never want to have a turnover as a coach or a player, but
well, they've had 5 of them.
You need to tidy that up and look after the ball, but there's turnovers you can almost live with. You want them to stay aggressive, so.
Tommingham converts the first from the Chemist Warehouse. Sammy Dempster, by the way, game 199 tonight. Mike Fitchett looking calm at the moment. Down by 1. You don't want to see him when he's not calm. There's a shade of green in there at times. Telfer under pressure. Here's Inga on Dempster, spinning one way then the other. Short corner, long, Lots, that's better. Offensive rebound, Asprey fires away, puts it down. Sharks have come to play.
And just having Brady Inga out there now just gives them another scoring option as well. Makes the defense think something different as Dan Fotu slides through the traffic, pick up the and one and finish on the other side. But instant impact already from Braden Inga.
Well, that was like an F1 off the starting grid in between traffic. Look at this, Dan Fotu just found a way here, straight between Inga and Asprey for the two.
Have to do a better job blowing up that screen somehow. Too easy. It's almost a slip screen there. Dan Fotu comes off. Miscommunication and Markel Lots gets picked up. And Fotu for the three-point play.
And Sharks rank 11th in the league. 11th and last, that is, for points per game. I think on the upside so far tonight is they've done a reasonably good job holding the Giants.
It should give them confidence as well.
Lots has to deliver tonight. Here's his chance. Was there a travel? There was. Turns it over. Happy feet. 17 apiece with just over a minute to play.
Sometimes it can get tough. Just want to do so good for your team and your squad. You can force the issue, but one thing you can't lose tonight is any of that confidence. They need him tonight if they want to go on and win this ball game.
Interestingly, Inga subbed out there. He did come in with a bit of a question mark as well, maybe a bit of a niggle. Long plane flight, of course, from London. Akuba on McRae, Fowler piece. Keep an eye on those two. Dempster will launch from the wing. Akuba, big offensive rebound, tough spot to shoot. Here come the Sharks. Asprey's been active. Davidson, the young man, on him now. One way, then the other. Got him off the floor. Burton from the corner. And Lots, that's foul number 2, I think. It is. So just when Markel Lots needs to step it up tonight, all of a sudden he's got a couple of fouls to think about.
Tough as well. Just trying to fight down there, fight for position on that long rebound. I like the look from Alonzo Burton, especially the way he's been shooting tonight. But you're right, Markel Lots picks up that second. Sammy Dempster, 94 feet to the free throw line, and he's shooting too, but just got to stay in the fight. Stay in the scrap if you're a part of the Southland Sharks, and so far, I feel like Coach Guy Malloy will be pretty happy with this.
What's 94 feet in meters?
Come on, man. You know, silly questions like that.
I love seeing you struggle on a Friday night.
I'm a guess though. Hold on, let me guess. I'm gonna go with 26. I'll report back though.
Just another Friday night of struggle for you as well. There's been a few of them over the years. McRae,
28 meters.
Burton for 3. Forget about the 28. Worry about the triple.
I am impressed with my 28 though. Come on.
Yeah, no, that's good work.
That was a good shot.
What a start tonight from Alonzo Burton, the skipper, trying to propel the Sharks. And there it is, quarter time. And believe it or not, we have a scrap. We wanted a scrap, we've got a scrap. The Sharks searching for win number 1. Worst start to a season in team history. Forget about that. They're boxing on tonight and they lead by 1. Second quarter, round 2, coming up after the break. No mai hoke mai. Welcome back to the Deep South, ILT Stadium, Southland tonight. Friday night action. Gotta love it. And if you're a Sharks supporter, you'll be loving this at the moment. Out by 1, Giants in for a bit of a battle tonight. 20-19 in the first quarter. Have a listen to this, Brooke Rusco. Sharks coming into this one. Points scored 4. They rank 11th. Score margin 11th. Field goal percentage 11th. 3-point percentage 11th. 3 points made per game 10th. Assists 10th. Steals 10th. Assist turnover ratio 11th. Turnover margin 10th. It's only up from there, surely.
Yeah, it's dark times when you read it like that and you speak it out loud, but all that matters right now is
they're up.
They're up. They had a big first quarter, solid first quarter as the fouls picked up there. The Nelson Giants, as Lots picks up that defensive rebound, but
it'll be Akuba's second foul as well.
They've done all they needed to do in that first. Now they're not at the place where they can think quarter by quarter. It's position by position.
Telfa goes to the floor, closely checked by Davidson. McRae, there's Burton again on that cut. Can't control it. One quick correction from the first quarter. We mentioned Kobe Langley getting done with a foul. It wasn't him, it was Alex McNaught. So if you're a Kobe Langley fan tuning in through ESPN in the States, no blemishes beside him at the moment.
He was impressive in that first on the defensive end as well, but so was Alonzo Burton, had 11. And we said someone had to get on the cooker, someone had to be on a heater tonight, and big start from him, that 3 balls falling. Fingers crossed, he can throw it up.
Oh, how on earth did Theo Akuba finish that? Forget about the pass, because the pass was off. What about the end?
Go Gadget. Chuck it up, he'll go get it, does his job.
What a basket. Akuba with the reach and finish. Telfa strong. Here is Big Theo dragging down the boards. He might get busy inside again here. Locking horns with McRae. Greeder is fouled. Better start to this second quarter by the Giants.
Just something that the Southland Sharks need to keep an eye on. Is a couple fouls already for.
Have a look at this. Just watch this. The pass was off. Well, the finish wasn't.
He went to the upper room. Full extension. McNaught did what he had to do. Knew his man would go up and get it.
Actually, that's probably unfair on Alex McNaught. The pass was pretty good.
Slightly behind. But one thing, if you're part of the Southland Sharks, is just to keep an eye out on his foul trouble. Obviously, we've talked about it a couple of times. The depth isn't there compared to some other teams, and Aysbury already sitting on a couple. Doesn't look like Ingner's going to be out there for too long tonight with the quick in and out, and Markel Lott sitting on 2 as well. So
Ben Hall also has a couple of fouls. Burton, the star at the moment, with 11 points. McRae, big fella, off the glass. Good defense in the end by Akuba. He's a block specialist, a rim protector. And that showed through on that occasion. Davidson! Oh, young man! What about that for a drive on the left? Nicholas Davidson taking on some more experienced players. Impressive stuff.
very impressive, and he did it in rapid as well. Takes his time. I'm a big fan. Comes off of this on ball. Picks up a couple. Let's go on. First foul there was on Telfa, but stronger upper body torso. Gets through the traffic. Finished with the left and rapid, so no, he can't do it, but gets back to the free throw line and a quick 7-0 run to start this quarter for the Nelson Giants.
Yeah, he'll be at the Chemist Warehouse when we come back. Timeout called by the Sharks. The old Pizza's getting a fair run tonight. I'll tell you what, we do it well, don't we, in the Cells NBL? Friday night, you're sitting at home on the couch, you're tuning in, you're watching some hoops, and all we're doing is we're just getting that pizza in front of you.
Just a gentle reminder.
25% off.
If you grab it now, you have it by the start of the second half, you'll be fine.
I'm going to tell you, I have something to eat every time before I come on air, but I'm usually starving by
It's
midway
never
through
that,
the
is it?
second. Well, the Sharks, with the need to find an answer here, Giants have come out and responded. Busy times in the Southland NBL as well in round 6. Airs and the Bulls tomorrow afternoon. What an absolute beauty.
Yeah, excited for that ball game.
May the 4th, by the way.
Star Wars Day tomorrow.
It is tomorrow, yeah.
Gonna hate this, never watched it.
You've never seen... You are kidding me.
Wish I was.
You have never seen Star Wars. Wow. Wow. I don't know.
Is it too late to watch
Well,
that?
I don't know if we can be friends until we do.
Tomorrow's the day, right?
Well, there's only 6 of them to watch these days too.
What time do you start with?
There's your Saturday.
You don't start on number 1, do you?
I don't know. I'm confused. But you have gone down a peg or two. Back underway. Davidson converted, by the way. As we get wrapped up in all things Star Wars.
Well, that's what they need. They need some stars to get in the wars tonight if you're part of this Sharks team. Had a good start with this second quarter. Wasn't a good friend of them right now.
Unlucky just stepping into Alonzo Burton. For a bloke that's come back from a hamstring, he's been very active, hasn't he? Andrew Wheeler on the bike in the distance, waiting to come onto the floor in his 100th Sal's NBL game. Just letting the coach know that he's warmed up and primed.
It's a little cold down here, especially this time of the year. He knows better than most because they're on their bikes, stay warm down here.
Tuatara and the Hawks tomorrow night as well. So lots of teams looking for the Force to be with them. Scotty Telfer just stepping around casually.
Pretty good job on the defensive end right there for the Southland Sharks.
First basket for the Sharks in this second quarter as well. Oh, Burton. Talk about McNaught being unlucky at one end. Same could be said for Alonzo Burton.
He's got into that crab dribble. Does a good job of keeping Alonzo Burton on his hip and picks up the foul. Got to continue to watch that foul card if you're part of the Southland Sharks, as we said before, but good job. Job there from Alex McNaught.
Nice handles from McNaught as well. Loves that little runner, the floater, putting it in. Hayden Jones out there now. He was extra special tonight in the Sky Broadband Rapid League. Sharks had no answers for him. Asprey draws the foul. Giants put 50 on the board in that earlier game.
Yeah, they know how to fill it up in rapid. They got out and put the money on them nice and early.
Top of the ladder. Here's Asprey through traffic. I just wonder whether Akuba's been called for that one.
Sammy Dempster just has to do his job a little bit earlier there, get to the nail. So Asprey doesn't see that space, but came off their screen, nobody on the nail, put his head down, got to the free throw line.
Asprey, second one is good as well from the Chemist Warehouse. And now all of a sudden the Sharks just starting to settle again. Margin at 4. Giants have had the better of it in this second quarter. They were down by 1 after the opening 10. Sammy Dempster doing what Sammy Dempster does.
And it's always a tough one when you're struggling on the defensive end. Maybe sometimes you go to a zone, but when you're not the best defensive team in the world, then the zone can become a real worry. And you see the miscommunication there, and Sam Dempster makes them pay on their first time down on the what looked like a 2-3 zone.
So pressure on the Sharks now. This is where they lose their way. We've seen it a few times so far this season. And the Giants are stepping it up. Dan Greeder, no. Did everything but drop. Looked like it visited every part of the iron. Burton closely checked by McNaught. All over him at the moment. Hall, McRae. McRae's got to get busy here on Dempster. He travels too many steps. He's frustrated with himself.
Definitely traveled though.
No doubt.
Nice move. Had more space than he thought going back.
12-4 run. Akuba sitting now with the 3 fouls. So it's a real chance for Kel McRae. Oh, McNaught. swings the pass outside. 4-2 waiting for it.
Good look there from McNaught with the in and out dribble, but it's just way too easy. Dribble penetration is killing the Sharks right now. They have to stay in front of their man.
Well, they've got to use their big fella here. His opposite number out of the game. May not see him again in the first half. Burton, there he is, up. Doesn't put it down though, Cal McRae. Tell you who did come down. Dan Greeder.
You know he's getting straight back up.
Up and over the top. Looked like a AFL player going up for a mark there.
Here we go. Who would he play for?
Dan Greeder?
Yeah.
What, in the AFL, Aussie rules?
What team do you think he suits?
With those locks?
Collingwood.
Oh, he's a Collingwood team for sure.
That was a lucky guess.
Yeah, no. They got a bit of a look about them. The Magpies. Cal McRae converts a couple.
Good job at the moment for the Southland Sharks. Not
Just
allowing this one,
hanging, aren't they? Yeah.
just to hang around. Not allowing it to blow out into double digits just yet. And need to continue to get stops on the defensive end. And like I said, it's just been a little bit too easy with dribble penetration.
Well,
Going back to the zone, it's 2-1-2. Have to know where shooters are. Sammy Dempster killed him in the first one. He's the guy you want to look out for in this one too.
4-2, shot clock at 6, turnover. So this is a nice little patch now as the Sharks try to bite back. Inga back out there, Burton again through the hands of McRae. Big mismatch in size there as Langley has the job to do. Burton nowhere to go. Oh, quick hands. Langley comes up with it again. He's a thief. Gets it to Greeder, puts it down. Big basket, Giants.
Finished through traffic, but down the other end, just need to take your time with you at the Southland Sharks. You had a big mismatch. Colin McRae, Langley on him. Just send him down low. Let him post up on the PG.
Burton for 3. Well, the other thing is, for big Cal McRae, get the ball up above your head. Langley's got no chance of swiping it if it's sitting above the shoulders. Dan Greeder back to back. And he's pumped. The Aussie 26-year-old showing some emotion here. Timeout call midway through the second. Guy Malloy will have plenty of emotion charging through his veins right now. He's about to deliver a pretty stern message by the look of it.
And how quickly the game of basketball can turn. We were just talking about how the Southland Sharks doing a good job of just staying in the ball game as well, not letting it get out to that double-digit lead, but back-to-back possessions. And just like that, it's out to 9 in the space of 30 seconds.
What can the Sharks come up with? Guy Malloy right in the middle of the huddle there. Connor Cole played well in the Sky Broadband Rapid League earlier tonight. Hit some big threes. You can see him at the back of the huddle there. He's primed and ready to go if his name and number is called. Got to hang tough here, the Sharks. We talk about this being a scrap, a real boxing match for them tonight. You feel like the first 8 count may have just been delivered.
And then on the other side, if you're part of the Giants, this is the chance to show that you are a championship team. Go out and blow this lead out, go into the half with that 17, 18-point lead, really make a statement.
Forget the jabs.
Yeah.
Uppercuts.
Go for that heavyweight blow. Just go for the knockout punch.
Back underway. Can the Sharks respond? Lotz is back out there. Hall got the start tonight. Oh, again, Cal McRae turns it over. Dempster read it perfectly. 4-2, Greeder. They're all getting busy. The two guards working together. Langley one way, then the other, an up fake, a head shimmy. Dempster, shot clock at 7. They back it out. Langley, deep 2. Short, gets it back, the young man. They settle. Oh, no one's going near Alex McNaught. And there's probably a reason. Well short on the shot.
And had a chance. It's those ones that you need to make to if you're the Nelson Giants. Just off the turnover, then the offensive rebound. Just to really, like we said before, put that knockout blow in. Those are the ones that they need to hit. Wide open three for Alex McNaught comes up short.
You mentioned Star Wars before. One man who'll be dressing up tomorrow is Alex McNaught. Loves a bit of Star Wars action. Greeter comes up with it. He's just inserting himself right now. Draws another foul. Back to the Chemist Warehouse for Dan Greeter.
The hardest thing to defend is transition defense off a turnover. They're killing them right now on the defensive end. Are the Giants just back-to-back stops?
Is Greeter a free agent at the moment in the Aussie NBL? Has he signed anywhere?
I imagine the Hawks are doing a pretty good job of trying to fight to keep him around.
I need to check that out because he's probably sending a bit of a message to all onlookers at the moment. Loves Nelson back there after what, a 5-year absence? I think he was there in 2019.
It's an easy place to love.
And they love him as well. He's a fan favourite. Sharks all of a sudden down by 11. Inga kept that shot. Look who came up with it again. Fingerprints all over it at the moment for three. Is that Nick Davidson? It is.
And Greeter full of energy at the moment. Love to see it from your imports.
Inside, Cal McRae, that's where he needs to be. Down close to the basket right now with Akuba sitting with 3 fouls. Langley, Dempster fires away. Sammy D, game 199. Another triple.
They just have to understand the scout way too easy. Just comes off that screen, probes, finds a wide open Sammy Dempster, and that's his bread and butter.
8 for him tonight. Hit some big triples in the Sky Broadband Rapid League as well. Lots. Not a lot going on for him tonight. That'll help though.
And he makes it look so easy. In that position right there, I always think of that first game that they had. You know what he's capable of. You just have to find him.
First shot, first score.
And that was easy against one of the better defenders in the league.
Davidson looking for back-to-back threes. Oh, Sammy Dempster. Making a bit of a test there. McRae again a long way from home. Hands it off. Asprey for 3. Timeout. Giants want to have a chat. Sharks not willing to lay down just yet. 43-33. GJ Gardner-Holmes replay.
Goes under that screen, and the scout, they've been doing that. But extremely capable shooter. Asprey makes them pay and makes this one a 10-point ball game.
Talked about games coming up tomorrow. Get your lightsabers out. Sunday, another double in the Sal's NBL. Sunday afternoon. Rapid League from 2. Sal's NBL from 3. Live and free on Sky Open as well. Nuggets and the Giants. Nuggets with a loss last night against the Rams. Went down by 11 despite a 40-piece from Ty Webster. And they've lost their last 3. They got the Giants on the southern swing on Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, which is going to be a big game. I was extremely impressed last night with the Rams, though. Just by committee, had a huge first quarter. At one point it was 30-8. Really set the tone. It's a tough place to win down there.
Still got Max Darling to come back into that team as well.
Walter Brown goes from strength to strength year after year. And looking promising right now and making a push to go back-to-back. And
Sal's Hoop Beds every Wednesday night at 6. You're the illustrious leader this year. How's it going? You're keeping everyone under control? I just chime in every now and again with a quick burst of news.
Well, you know it's easier said than done to keep Casey and Andrew under control, but
tough.
Beautiful set that we've got. Great team, good production team, and glad we're rocking it out one more year.
Well, you're lucky to have Tom Abercrombie with you as well. He'd never cause you a headache, would he? Golden child.
He literally might be the nicest person I think I've ever met.
I think he is. Back underway. Langley. Dempster did well. Get a hand on it. Straight to the Sharks though. Asprey. Dempster knew the danger there.
And has to find Cullen McRae.
Got the mismatch again, hasn't he? Pass, Lott's got to finish and does. So a couple of baskets for Markale Lotz. Confidence hopefully jumping up for him.
And they can make it look simple. Saw the double team, got it out quick. Found McRae on the rim. Keep going back to it.
Davidson out there getting some good minutes. Dan Fortu bouncing around. Telfer, I think, will get the foul here. He does. He certainly wanted it. Didn't want it to go against Markale Lotz, who's already got a couple. Dan Fortu at the moment, 5 points in the game, 1 assist, 3 turnovers. You can see Telford just reaching in from behind there in the GJ Gardner-Holmes replay. This is a man, though, who can very quickly get that scoreboard ticking over.
Yeah, but like a fight right now from the Sharks. Got it back to 9. You're right there, Fotu. On hustle plays, especially with the squad that they've got right now. Second chance opportunities. Does a good job in the paint as you see the player timeout.
Yeah, good defense from the Giants there. 2 of the best defenders going around in the competition, Kobe Langley and Sam Dempster. And that has forced the hand of the Sharks maybe a little bit earlier than what they would have liked for their player timeout.
Made a business decision there, though. And I prefer that, get the ball over, guarantee that you can keep the ball and get a decent look as opposed to a turnover with under a minute to go in the ball game or in the half.
I mentioned the Nuggets and Giants on Sunday. Round 6 ends with the Jets and the Saints. Talk about no love lost between those two.
Darnay Samuel's back.
I think that was a pass from Asprey to McRae. Doesn't matter. Off the glass, it falls to the Giants. Dan Fortu had a long look. Does get to the basket though. Draws a bit of contact and he'll head back to the coloured Chemist Warehouse stripe.
You just have to know the scout, Cullen McRae, gets caught with the up fake. Contest late on the Dan Fortu 3. He's going to kill if he gets on his hip and gets to his right. Does exactly that.
Colourful character, Darnay Samuel, isn't he? We made mention of it before the news broke on Hoopheads on Wednesday night that he would be returning to the Saints. Initially, the Saints were a no, but I think they became a yes due to some injury concerns for Hiram Harris. I don't think he'll play on Sunday.
Yeah, question mark around Hiram Harrison. But Darnay Samuel, we know what he's capable of, and probably the best season that he ever had in the Southland NZNBL was under Coach Zico.
2021 championship.
And it wasn't long ago, and if they even see half of that sort of Darnay Samuel, that Saints team goes from strength to strength, and you have him coming off the bench. We see Lots getting back to the money spot. Finding the mismatch on Langley. They just need to keep going to that, but like we see Darnay Samuel back with Wellington, and excited to see him play.
Langley, 4-2. Good defense in there. Time will run out though. And we're back at 10. Sharks led it by 1 at quarter time. Giants definitely made their run in that second quarter. This Sharks team just circling about, aren't they? 10 points the margin. Chemist Warehouse stats not too far away. Can the Sharks break the duck tonight? Will the Giants get their southern swing underway with victory? There's still a lot more to play out from ILT Stadium. Southland stats on the other side of the break. No mai hoki mai, welcome back to ILT Stadium, Southland, buzzing about on a Friday night. Nothing better than the NZNBL to keep you entertained. Plenty more to come right across the weekend. 2 games tomorrow, 2 games Sunday, all live, of course, on Sky Sport. Justin Nelson, Brooke Rusco with you. We've got a 10-point game at the half. The Giants just getting their noses in front through that second quarter. Let's have a look at the Chemist Warehouse stats.
Yeah, and it looked like the Giants were really going to pull away there in that second. They did a good job, the Sharks, just to stand within arm's reach. 10-point ball game going into the half, but big half from Greeter and Fotsu, and Lonzo Burton did all of his work in that first quarter. Nothing in the second, and they need him to continue to shoot the ball well because it spreads the floor. They have to stay at home, and they had their scoring punch coming off the bench with Braden Inga, but he's just playing in spurts, and he played the 5 minutes. So once again, the load, someone else has to pick that up. Cullen McRae was good on the boards, and maybe we're asking for a little bit too much, but I don't think so. He needs to fill it up more on the scoring department. You see those mismatches, head straight to the rim. We know what you're capable of doing. He's doing it everywhere else, but just with the squad that they have, and when it comes to wins and losses, he needs to fill it up just a little bit more. And right on his season average with those 3 assists there as well. Alex McNaught, with 3, and Aisbury with 3 as well.
Theo Akuba, there he is with the 1 block. Only playing just under 9 minutes in that first half, sitting with 3 fouls. And Kobe Langley averages 4 steals a game. He's well on track to stay at #1 in the Sal's NBL for steals. All of the stats, of course, with thanks to the Sal's NBL. This is the Sal's NBL with thanks to Chemist Warehouse. Some Dan Greeter news coming up after the break. Don't go away. We've found out his favourite AFL team, and we've also found out that he's signed another couple of years at Illawarra. The Shark Tank tonight. Can they get up and get their opening win of the season? Love the hats. Third quarter, not too far away. Welcome back to Southland tonight. The Giants on the southern swing. They're in town. They take on the Nuggets on Sunday afternoon. A job to do here, though. They turned a 1-point deficit around at quarter time into a 10-point lead at the half. Still a long way to go. Sharks 0-7 on the season. And the fans at the moment are headed the Giants' way. Mixandpick.com. There's the QR code. Scan that. Some pizzas up for grabs with thanks to Sells. It's free and fun. And definitely our audience tonight are favouring the Nelsonians. Dan Greeter, we were talking about him earlier on. And his ANBL future. He has signed for another 2 years at the Illawarra Hawks, we've been told. So he will continue life in the Gong.
Not bad the way they wrapped up the season as well.
Absolutely.
Tatum there at the helm and had a real push at Melbourne in their semis. Pushed it out to 3, but they got a squad and another year under the belt. Excited to see what they can do.
We did make a big mistake earlier on tonight, Dan Greeter, when we were talking about...
Oh, don't we there?
Well, okay, all right, fair enough. Throw me under the bus. We spoke about Aussie rules for the 26-year-old Aussie, and if he was playing in the AFL with those luscious locks, who would he be playing for? We both jumped to Collingwood, but we forgot about the Fremantle Dockers. We forgot about the Dockers.
Perth.
Yeah,
over there in Perth.
Well, that's his team, by the way. That's who he supports, the Dockers.
Purple and white?
Well, he looks a bit... He's got the Wharfy look as well.
Oh, that's what it is? The Wharfy look? The Docker look?
He's a huge Dockers fan, is Dan Greeter. What do the Sharks got to do from here? Brooke Rusco came out, started well, really took it to the Giants. I think the Giants knew that they were going to be in for a battle early. I reckon it's right on the Sharks now. This third quarter is about them.
Yeah, I said initially that I thought they needed to get it done on the defensive end, but I think they really just struggle on the defensive end. I don't know if they're going to be able to slow this team down, so they need to find ways to score the ball. And they sit around that 70 points ball game. Extremely capable. That's the part where I think they can do it. And if they continue to score and they start scoring the ball at a better clip, whether that's inside, outside, even just getting better looks and not turning the ball over, it's going to help them on the defensive end. But turnovers, quick shots, one-shot opportunities. Giants getting down, pushing the pace, getting down and running. On track right now to go close to 100. The Southland Sharks looking close to going to 70 right now, so
is that,
they need to fill it up quickly.
Is that Dan Greeter Jr. just on screen there?
He'd be proud of it.
Certainly look like him. Giants are ready to go. The man we're talking about, Dan Greeter, 10 points. Really picked this game up in the second quarter, didn't he? Leading scorer, of course, for the Giants this season. Here's the youngster, getting the run on the floor at halftime, if you don't mind. Coming across to hand over the ball to our coin officials.
It's a big part of it. The proceedings tonight at Rapid.
It's a high five from Scotty Telfer. I love seeing this sort of stuff. We see it up and down the country, across the competition, the kids getting involved. Of course, straight after the game, they all come onto the floor to meet the players. Oh, how about this for a start? Look out.
Doesn't get any better. Perfect start.
Ben Hall.
Shot the ball, confidence. That's what you love to see. Big start right now for the Southland Sharks. Need to continue and build on this.
They didn't even worry about the setup there. It was instant. Langley, great move. Corner ball. 4-2. Double Dan. Can't put it away.
Didn't go down, but that's exactly how you go at a zone offense, a zone defense, excuse me. Dribble penetration, get through the seams, quick passes, they get to the spot, they just miss it, but that's a good look for the Nelson Giants.
Telfer turned the corner, ran straight into McNaught. McCray, again, away from the basket. I don't know if I like that. Asprey for 3. Doesn't go down. Greeter Just got a clip on the way through.
Weren't sure what they were in on that one either. I think they're going to a zone on a make and a man on a miss, and just a little confusion there, obviously coming off the miss. A couple guys were in a zone. Dan Greta reads that. They go back to this 2-1-2.
Interesting night for this man, Kobe Langley. 4-2 for 3, well short. Came in averaging 15 points and 8 assists. Oh, what happened there? Dan Greta.
From behind, just a cookie straight out of Alonzo Burden, but just on that 3 ball from Dan Foster, just held it. You see he held it late, shot it on the way down and came up well short.
Telfer for 3, loves that Scotty Telfer.
The 3 ball can be the great equalizer right now for the Southland Sharks. A couple threes to start this quarter. Can't be shy, need to continue to shoot their 3 ball well with confidence.
Just getting back to Langley, 15 points, 8 assists a game. At the moment, has 2 points, 2 assists. Here he is again. Missing from the corner. But he's been very active tonight, Dan Greta. Been very active all season. Asprey pulls up at the Chemist Warehouse for 2.
And we know what they can do. They go on runs. Southland Sharks have done this all year long. They've had a couple of really good third quarters out there as well. Need to, like I just said before, build on the success. Chip it to this lead, but
Kruber back out there in foul trouble. Missed the bunny, but got his own rebound and put it back.
It's too big down there.
Asprey stepping back on Greta, left it short. Margin at 6. We wanted something big from the Sharks this quarter. I'll tell you who we're getting something big from. Greta with another 2.
Just aggressive. Leads the team in scoring, just over 20. Big stuff from him here in this third quarter.
Has 14. Tough pass. Greta right there with Burton. Talk about Isaiah Moore, the Hawks import point guard. I reckon he's got the best floater in the NZNBL this season. Seen a bit of Dan Greta, and I'm sure Nelson's favourite sons, Phil Jones and Hugh Bainan, will be on to me very, very shortly. But I reckon Dan Greta's probably the best baseline driving player in the competition this season. Just makes it look so easy.
Yeah, goes to it. You're right, makes it look easy. That's his bread and butter. Just allows them to sleep a lot of the time with that quick rip, and just way, way, way too easy. They fell asleep once again. Just communication. And I was playing with Dylan Boucher one time, and he said communication can cover up a lot. Whether you get it right or wrong, if you're talking, it can save a lot of things. You just lack of communication there, fell asleep, and easiest basket he's going to see all night.
Talking a lot covers a lot of cracks. You and I, we're well covered. We're okay. Foul call. Weber starting to get busy, by the way. Double watch for him. Lotz and Inga onto the floor. Not sure what the replay is there. In fact, we're back with live action. So Sharks got it back to 4, Brooke. Back out to 10 now, which was the halftime lead. Burton ignored on the curl. Lotz. Asprey works off Lotz. Deep 3. No contact there for mine. I'm not sure. Caleb Asprey fell to the floor and arms outstretched wanting a whistle. How did you see that?
Yeah, late in the shot clock. I thought Kobe did a pretty good job of getting over that. Maybe it was just on the elbow and that's all it takes, but it's just way too easy down this end.
Great setup, wasn't it? Langley to Akuba. And he's starting to get their own way again.
Feel like a bit of a worrying time right now here for the Southland Sharks. Giants look like they're trying to put this ball game out of reach. It starts here on the defensive end. They're doing a good job of getting over screens, and then they're going down the other end and getting the easier shots.
And they've scored the last 8. Telfer, Greta, great hands, buzzer. Giants are going to come up with it. Or are they? Coin officials to have a chat here. It will go the way of the visitors.
And everything's late in the shot clock as well. They're forcing the issue late.
Great hands.
Good job there. Getting his hands right on the ball. But everything's just too late in the shot clock for the Southland Sharks.
Does Dan Fortu know what the action is from the referees for a shot clock violation? I'd love to see that replay again if we get a chance. Right at the end of it, the difference between Dan Fortu and Alex McNaught. It's an absolute ripper. Not sure if you caught the eye of it, but maybe we'll get to see that again. Asprey, get it out of here, big Theo Akuba. Punches that in to the corporates.
Good defense there as well, just leading and channeling Asprey into the big.
Have a look at this. Is this the play or is that this is the last one? I don't think that's it. It's not. That's the block. But just for those that did pick it up, tapping your head is not the action of a shot clock violation.
Maybe he said, we made a really smart play there. There was smart defense, boys. I got you back there.
There's the bailout. 12-point margin midway through the third. Mike Fitchett up on the sidelines at the moment for the Giants. Again, Cal McRae just seems a bit tentative at the moment. Burton adds 2. Had a great start tonight.
Really good start. They need him to get going again. And you're right, going back to Callum McRae, just needs to look at the rim. At the moment, they're playing him for the pass. As McNaught misses that wide open 3. Inga back out there and tidies up the rebound. But Callum McRae, just look at the rim. Big body. You know what you can do and score. You're a great passer, but need you to score as well.
Yeah, get him down inside the paint for mine. He did it a couple of times in the second quarter and scored. Here's Lots covered by Fortu. And the Kruger racks up another rebound, number 9 for him.
And I think they need to get Lots on the other block. So good at going to his left with that little float hook shot, but Alex McNaught just sees the mismatch, put his head down. With Callum McRae, had him backtracking. With the inside hand extended, and extended this lead out to 12. Right now for the Nelson Giants.
So timeout here. Sal's NBL highlight show every Tuesday night at 7:30. The best bits. And midway through the 6th round, there's plenty of best bits every week. Who have been some of the players that have stood out to you, just for highlights, just highlight purposes? Those that just keep, I mean, Troy Baxter Jr.
Jr.'s the one, isn't he?
He's a given. The Tallahassee Tomahawk, we know that. Who are some of the others?
I always get excited to watch Carlin Davidson.
Oh, yes.
Because you always feel like something's coming.
She had a big week last week. Huge game against the Giants.
Probably the best game I've seen him play in the Sal's NBL for a while.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Shot the ball well, rebounded well, ended up with 26
Maybe his
points.
best ever.
Could be. But I like the way he went about his business that night. Ty's always good to watch, especially if he gets on the heater and you know, maybe there's recency bias with the 40 that he had last night.
I'll tell you who might feature on the highlight show next week. Did you see the 2 behind-the-back dimes from MJ Walker last night? Check them out.
I'll be watching.
Check them out. Very, very nifty. He might be front and center for plays of the week. Back underway. Sharks with some work to do. Giants coming out of that timeout, getting up the floor a bit. I like it. Asprey under pressure. Inga, first game, turns it over. Hasn't been a good start for him back in New Zealand. Yet to score. And
a completely different look than what he's used to as well. He's been with the Sharks for so long, and he comes back to the squad with a whole bunch of new faces.
McNaught.
I hate to sound like a broken record, but you say it once again, too easy. Dribble penetration to the middle, gets back to his strong hand. And back-to-back easy buckets for Alex McNaught and extends the pressure now.
Hard to believe the Sharks were within 4 not that long ago. Burton for 3, miss. Greeder had it, lost it. Inga kicks it out. Sharks reset. McRae hands it off. Provides some cover for Burton. Nowhere to go. Good defense. Giants stepping it up right now. Blood in the water. ILT Stadium, Southland tonight. Sharks in strife.
Great job on the defensive end there from the Nelson Giants. exactly what they needed to do. Sharks stay on this 2-1-2 zone and pick up the turnover there on Alex McNaught, push the pace, but as quickly as they get it, they lose it just like that.
Dempster. McNaught. Love the way this young man goes about it, gets it out. Sammy D. Just way too much time and space out on that left wing.
And I love how the old fella goes about it too. Alex McNaught, though, great job. Finds his shooter. With all the space in the world, Sammy Dempster makes the pay again from deep.
This is starting to look very ominous for the Sharks. Lots over the top. 8 points for him tonight.
And that's his go-to. 6 of his points tonight have come from that little push hook shot going to his left. Not much offensive going for them at the moment.
Look out for Sammy D here. He's feeling it right now. McNaught goes it alone, leaves it well short. A couple of minutes to play in the third. Giants have a couple to bring in. Davidson and Fortu about to step back out. Been a big week in Kiwi hoops. Kirk Penny inducted into the FIBA Hall of Fame.
Congratulations.
That is as big as it gets.
And I'll say it, greatest shooter that we've ever had here in New Zealand. It was close with Phil Jones, and Corey Webster probably has something to say as well, but to me, greatest shooter we've ever had is Kirk Penny. Well deserved for what he did in the black jersey. A long time in the Hall of Fame.
I was asked during the week, Ingham for 3 just adds a little bit more punishment on the Sharks. I was asked during the week, Brooke, in a radio interview, where does Kirk Penny rank all-time Kiwi basketballers? And I said, well, if he's not in the top 3, he's definitely in the top 5. I mean, he is right up there. To be inducted into the FIBA Hall of Fame.
Who'd you go top 3?
Oh, no, I didn't. I just... I'm not going down that path. That's opening myself right up.
I'll do it.
Go.
Pero has to be in there.
Well,
PC has to be in there.
Hang on. You said you were going to name your top 3.
Yeah,
so
I've got top 3.
Start with number 1. Don't say he's got to be in there. Start with number 1 and work your way down.
PC's number 1.
Right, okay.
Stephen Adams to me is number 2.
Yep.
I don't want to do the rest. Actually, you're right. Otherwise.
There you go. And that's exactly why I didn't do it.
I'll give Kirk 3rd. I can lock Kirk 3rd. I'll be happy with that.
Huge achievement. Langley, busy, just always burrowing around. Good basket in the end. Really worked hard for that, rewarded.
He's worked hard all night as well, especially on the defensive end. He's managed to be a big part of the reason that Caleb Asbury is sitting right now on 6 turnovers. 20 for the team as well for the Southland Sharks. They needed to look after the ball all night long and have just struggled to protect the ball.
Just his second basket, Langley, but his work rate has been quite impressive. Again, McRae hands it off, and Lots scoring all the points for the Sharks right now.
Good look there for Lots. Quick pass there from McRae, but I'm just struggling to pick up what they're in on the offensive end. No real structure for the Sharks right now, and it's shown on the scoreboard as Kobe looks for back-to-back buckets.
Dying seconds of this third quarter. Sharks tested the Giants early, I should say. Lots looking for points, 13 and 14. McRae is held down by Dempster. Not happy with the call. Had a fair chunk of that big left arm.
And I would keep going to Markel Lots in that post. They're sending the double now.
Well, Sharks look a lot better with the ball inside in the hands of the tall timber. They haven't been inside enough.
The double's coming quickly, so as soon as that double goes to Lots, from the weak side, you send that action, that cutting action. Then you can get McRae moving. Back picks, slips. But go back to Markel Lots. If they don't double, let him go to work.
Speaking of great shooters, by the way, player timeout to be used here by the Giants late in the third. Phil Jones, our very own Sky Sport commentator, Phil Jones. I know the Basketball New Zealand Awards are on tonight. He's picked up the Keith Mayer Award tonight. So that's a pretty prestigious award, let me tell you.
Congratulations to Phil Jones.
Just another.
I was going to say another thing stuck on the resume for the Reefton kid.
How would the trophy cabinet be in that house?
Yeah, not bad.
He'd have one.
He'd have a couple.
He doesn't mind having the trophies on display, I reckon.
Yeah, he'd have a couple down there. The best athlete in the house is Cat, though, without a doubt. I got you, Cat.
Yeah, no, I think you're spot on there. Giants out of the player timeout. Can't perfect what the players had drawn up amongst themselves. Sharks aren't going to use theirs. Inga's going to fire away. And that'll do us. So 3/4 time, Giants have gone from 10 up at the half to 14 up with a quarter to play. They look like they are headed for win number 1 on the Southern Swing. Last quarter, not too far away tonight on Sky Sport. Kia ora, welcome back. ILT Stadium, Southland, the scene of a Giants crime so far tonight. They lead by 14 over the Sharks with a quarter to play. Chemist Warehouse stats. Some Giants are making their move. Greeter has 14. Akuba up to 10 points, 9 rebounds now. And Alex McNaught, busy in that third quarter. He has 10 points as well. Sammy D with 11 off the bench. What's happening over on the Sharks side of the ledger, Brooke?
The one thing that they need to worry about and just continue to think about is protecting the ball. It's the only thing that really screams to me right now is 20 turnovers in 3 quarters. It's tough to get the job done when you're turning the ball over that much. So look after the ball, throw the kitchen sink at it this quarter. That doesn't help there. Good drive. Davidson gets to that float game.
He's got 8. He's really stepping up as a bona fide Sal's NBL player, isn't he, Nick Davidson? Plenty of opportunity in the Rapid League. That competition doing its job. Another block for Akuba. Mark it down. Defensive specialist. McNaught, Dempster. Ingham through hands. They're just moving the ball so well at the moment. McNaught draws contact. He'll head to the Chemist Warehouse. A little bit of shopping at the stripe.
I like the movement again at the moment as well. Swing, swing, dribble penetration, gets the ball back out. Big comes from the bottom to set the screen and rejects it. Gets into the paint, picks out the foul, gets back to the free throw line for Alex McNaught. But good movement right now for the Giants.
I do like the way that he's cross-matched his shoes with the Sharks uniform tonight. Alex McNaught.
Caused them some headaches tonight as well.
What, the shoes? Or just
shoes and the game.
Right,
shoes
okay.
and the game.
First one down. Second one good as well. I'm glad you cleared up the Jones conversation before and put Cat slotted in at number 1 in the Jones family.
It's the group chat right now that's going off saying that Missed out a few people there. Mick of the top 3. Shaw marks the top 3.
Cal McRae, by the way, we've been begging him to get close to the basket all night. Guess what? Just comes up with 2 underneath the hoop. Good things happen when you're 7 foot and you're standing near the ring. Like a little bit of a travel there from Ingham. Davidson comes up with it. Akuba, rebound. Giants go again. Your attempt at the top 3 all time was pretty awful, actually. Akuba.
I'm happy with my top 3.
Oh, no, there's some good players. It's hard, isn't it? It's very, very hard. Hence the reason why I didn't answer it.
Yeah, it's a smart play.
Good hands, Alex McNaught. Margin at 16. Yeah, pretty unfair to start talking about top 3s. So many good players over the years in New Zealand basketball on the men's side. And I'll tell you what, there's some rising Wahine as well. Megan Compain, trailblazer. There's McRae again. Look at that. Right underneath.
And it's as easy as you like it. The easiest shots that they've got tonight have been in the paint, where there's been lots of those back-to-back buckets from McRae. And Cal McRae just needs to look at the rim. It's been a bit telegraphed because he's such a good passer. But just keep the defense honest, and back-to-back buckets as Davidson gets back to that left, which he's showing he can do.
How good's this kid? You love to talk about most improved players. He's one to keep an eye on, Nick Davidson. McRae, again, there we go. 3 baskets in a row for Cal McRae, and guess how far away from the ring he's been.
And it doesn't seem like rocket science as well. Now they have to stay honest. Your confidence builds a little bit more as well. You make a few shots in a row, you step out to 12, 14 feet, and that rim looks slightly bigger. Gets back to the free throw line with a chance to have 7 points in this quarter.
Just set up the caravan, get the campfire out, sit down underneath the ring.
Tuck up a chair and find yourself a home.
Absolutely. There's plenty more points available to him down there. There's Hayden Jones, pulls up, can't complete. He won't care about his dad's award right now. He'll be focused on a win. McRae nearly put it in. Certainly wasn't an intended shot. Oh, Alex McNaught, what a night he's had. Continues to do wonderful things, Alex McNaught. 14 points tonight to go with 4 assists and a couple of steals.
I love the look, good probe there as well, but it all starts on the defensive end. Turnover from the Sharks. Pushes the pace and goes and scores down the other end, but back to it. Like you said, pitch a tent down there in the paint. Go to work, and just wish we saw more of this in the first, second, and third quarter.
Dempster with the foul.
What I will say in his defense is he's playing big minutes. Callum McRae's playing close to 40 minutes a night with this Sharks team.
Well, they need him, don't they? Akuba headed to the side. I thought that last foul was called on Sammy Dempster. Maybe it has gone on Theo Akuba. We'll keep an eye on that on the Chemist Warehouse stat sheet. He takes a seat. Could be his night done. Fouled out last week, of course, banging bodies with Sam Froling. Theo Akuba. McRae converts from the Chemist Warehouse. 6:23 to play. 15 seems a bridge too far, but you never know. Stops help. Deflection. Alonzo Burton.
The Giants have had spurts in this ball game, and they've got their 15-point lead right now, but promising sign for the Giants and Coach Fitcher right now is things to improve on as well.
I want to have a chat about this man, Sam Dempster. Game 199 tonight. There's a foul there against Tom Ingham, and I reckon Caleb Asprey has a case here. He certainly wasn't about to run up the other end and score, but There was no play on the ball.
I have to agree with you as well.
0 play on the ball. And he's asking the question, was clearly held back by Tom Ingham.
I'm not really sure what Tommy was doing there as well. Just behind the play.
Well, it's just been called a common foul. Have a look at this again. There's the Dempster shot. Now watch this on the rebound. Asprey. Well, that's not a play on the ball. That's just Tom Ingham trying to get round him.
Clearest day to me. Picked up the foul as well. You're right, look like there's no play on the ball there.
Crowd finds some voices. A nice hot pepperoni about to be delivered. Who's the lucky recipient? We might just, we'll follow this. Oh, what a great time to put up this week's special, 25% off. It's almost as if we did that on purpose. Any large pizza. Come on, timeout's about to finish. Give the thing away, Nick Jeffrey. Look at
Give it to him.
They're begging for it. He's done 2 laps of the stadium.
Hit him with the pump fake.
Oh, come on.
Oh, you can't give it to the corporate. They've had that all night.
He's going to take it out the back for himself. Who's going to win this thing? Got a game of basketball to finish tonight.
Fails, I might keep running.
He might do. He's gone. He has.
Smart play.
He's taken it himself.
I can appreciate that.
Oh, what a ripper. Hey, the smell of the salves, you get it wafting around the stadium on a couple of laps and you just take it yourself. That's a cell steal right there. Oh, great stuff. Entertaining the crowd as always. Sam Dempster will play his 200th on Sunday against the Otago Nuggets. Tell us a little bit about this man.
I was lucky enough to spend 2 seasons with the Giants, and Sam Dempster was part of that team. And not a guy who says a whole bunch, but when he talks, the whole team will listen. There's a lot of weight in his words. Feels like when he has something to say, it's generally the right thing to say. And just overall a teammate that you want to have. It's never about him. You know he's trying to get night in and night out. And I feel lucky enough that I was blessed to play a couple of years with him, and well deserved everything he's had in his career, and beautiful family man as well.
Looking forward to that milestone. Tom Ingham just hitting a 3. McRae at one end scored another basket as well. Foul called there, late whistle. Ben Hall helped to his feet.
Looked clean to me, but no fight there from Kobe, so it's normally a pretty telling sign. But Kobe Landry, like you said before, just an interesting game from him. Currently he's sitting on 4 points, just 1 of 5, 0 of 3 from deep with 4 assists and 3 steals. So not a stock standard game for him by any stretch of the imagination, but promising sign for them is currently sitting up 15 with a 4-point game from their import.
Still got a nice scar under his left eye as well, Ben Hall. Had 5 stitches recently, ran into a Cal McRae elbow at training. Just over 5 to play. Margin hovering at 14. Job not done yet. Dempster, 4-2 was the target. Good hand in there. Here come the Sharks. McRae should get down and dirty, and does. We're at 12. We're at 12.
We're all just thinking the same thing, just staying in the fight. They don't really felt like they've been in the fight for a while, but you just got to stick around.
In this zone, Ingham hit 1 from that corner, hits 2 back-to-back left corner, Tommy Ingham.
Just doing enough right now, like we said before, just to stay at arm's distance. Being on the defensive end for the Sharks, giving up 83 already.
That just settles things down a little bit. Ingham active. Sharks average this season 70.9 points a game. So it looks like they're going to eclipse that tonight. Got a foul here off the ball. That'll go against Ingham. A little bit of holding. Ben Hall, the Cantabrian. And he's going to go back to the line here off that. So not a great foul to give away. Ben Hall's just converted a couple at the Chemist Warehouse. He's back there now.
That's the best thing for them. It stops the clock, allows them to set up their defense, and put a couple more on the board, but they've struggled to score all year long. They rattled that one home. And once again, it's the same thing. The biggest quarter they've had tonight is 20 in the first, 17 in the second, 18 in the third. The best scoring quarter that they've looked to have has been this fourth. And to me, it's because they found Callum McRae in the post. Mark out lots early in the post. Then Callum McRae late. It's got the best looks that they've had, but just weren't able to do that all game.
And you know you're in Southland when the 80s music starts blaring in the background. Rock it out on a Friday night. Hayden Jones from the corner. Loose ball, in they go. The big fella's diving after it. Sharks up with it. Margin at 13. Got to make something special happen right now. McRae, 4-2. They bang bodies. Big Kel McRae off the glass. Can't put it down. Rebound. Young Hayden Jones getting up.
Like the look though. Big efforts here from Callum McRae.
That's going to be an offensive foul against Dan. 4-2.
Big dive down there before to tidy up the long rebound from Callum McRae. Pushes the pace, comes up slightly short on their last shot, but you've got to love the maximum effort.
Did you end up deciding on a number 1, by the way? Just had a message come through. Is Brooke still sitting on the fence, or is he actually going to put someone on the top perch? All-time best New Zealand male basketballers. Of course, Kirk Penny inducted.
Does that mean what he's done for the Tall Blacks jersey, or just generally speaking the best player?
Kirk Penny inducted into the FIBA Hall of Fame this week. It's a great honour, huge accolade. Question is, as I said, I was asked in an interview this week and did my very best to go nowhere near answering it. You came out and said, I can do that, I can answer the top 3, and you failed miserably.
Okay, here's what I'm saying. When it comes to the black jersey, I think Pero is, without a doubt, I think PC is the best player to ever play in the black jersey for the Tall Blacks. The best player we've ever had.
Oh,
as you see the great block there from Tan Fotu. On the weak side, might have got lucky. It looked like it was coming down.
Did.
But got up high. But I'll say the best player to ever come out of New Zealand.
Here we go.
In the lottery draft, and he's had a huge NBA career and made more money than any of us will ever make.
Yeah.
Has to be Stephen Adams.
Yeah. I don't think too many would argue with you. Fair summation. Brooke Rusco, Inga back to the basket. Believe it or not, that's his first points of the night, Braden Inga.
Yeah, I was interested to see how he was going to incorporate his way into this team. Like we said before, it's a different team that he's seen in the past. Just on the current record, what he's capable of doing, what he's done in this jersey. Thought he might be a bit more of an X factor, but also looks like he's nursing somewhat of an injury, maybe with that left knee, left calf. Didn't play in rapid. He's only played short spurts. Just back in the country. So as the season goes on, expect that workload to pick up just a little bit more night in and night out.
Sharks with a foul. They do have some fouls to give. Timeout here. So the Sharks want to have a chat about this. They're not done with yet. 2:20 to play. They're still in the fight. Down by 11. They need some real magic from here, though, you would think. 0-7 on the season. The path ahead for the Sharks. Next 4 games. Strap yourself in. Are you ready? Bulls away. Airs away. Airs at home. Tuatara at home. That's the next 4 for the Sharks.
It's a tough run. It is a tough run. It's the beauty of this league, though. It's tough to get a night off.
That is swimming in waters surrounded by boats above you and dozens of fishing lines in the water.
Well, lucky they're called the Sharks. They're here to swim.
Giants, on the other hand, their next 4, Nuggets away. Of course, that comes up on Sunday. Look forward to your company live and free on Sky Open from 3 p.m. Saints next week away. The Fi at home and the Tuatara away for the Giants. Interesting times. Just headed towards that mid-season, of course. First ever trade window starts in the evening of May 12. Wish your mum a happy Mother's Day and then start talking trades in the NZNBL.
And make sure you do it that way around as well. Make sure you go mum first. But exciting times, always love the expansion and different looks from the NZNBL. And once again, we're chucking a draft and a rapid league this year and just continue to build conversation around the NZNBL.
A miss there for Dempster. So the Sharks have got to do something special this time down the floor, you would think. It's been done before. Not sure that Asprey has that much time up his sleeve. McRae. Need to get him down low again. Chance here. Hall. No, can't finish. And that might be enough for the Giants tonight. Time's on their side. They need to settle it down unless it opens up for Langley, of course. 4-2 for 3. That doesn't go down.
And still time, it is tough. With just under a minute 30 to go, but there is still time.
Oh, someone shoot the ball, please.
Inga taking up all of it. And they need to push the pressure right now. They can't sit in this zone and just allow the Giants to pick them off and run this shot clock down.
Dempster underneath. Good setup. Hayden Jones gets a little tap on the backside from the skipper. Giants are going to get the win tonight. They're going to start the Southern swing in style. The Nuggets await next up. They've been tested though this evening, haven't they? It's been a gallant effort from this Sharks team. Down a couple of imports. On their own choosing, by the way. Gee, Dempster was there for about 3 weeks in the end. Can't complete it. This one's starting to fizzle out as the Giants back it out and settle. To the basket. No whistle, lots of contact. The points are good for Kobe Langley.
And that offensive rebound pretty much sums up the ball game. Giants get it done late. It's a 3 ball from Alonzo Burton, just long. Callum McRae tidies it up, but that last 30 seconds sums up this ball game and almost the season that the Sharks have had.
McRae, another one off the glass. Every point counts, of course. Giants know it. They're going to pick things up here and try and score again. Got to keep the scoreboard ticking over, and they do tick it over. 4-2 on the reverse. 3.5. Sharks will play it out. Shot does count in the end. So probably not the points that the Giants wanted to give up. And in the end, a 10-point margin. Here's a replay of that last shot. Asprey with the 3. 10 in the end, does it seem? Well, it seems fair enough. I mean, the Sharks battled it out, Brooke. Giants just too strong.
Giants too strong. Still managed to put up 89 on the Southland Sharks, but it wasn't the tightest game from the Giants as well. A lot of things to improve on. Always be happy with a win on the road. I think there's a couple of things they can tidy up and help them go from strength to strength. But the main thing is you walk away with a road dub. Team morale continues to grow, and one thing about the Giants, they always build a culture, and they look like they have a coach going down there once again.
Chemist Warehouse stats tonight. Callum McRae ended with 21 points. We saw him do a lot more work inside the paint late in the game. And all of a sudden, the score started ticking over. Plenty of double-digit scorers for the Giants, though.
Yeah, strength by numbers tonight, and Kobe Langley, their point guard, didn't have the brightest games by his standards, but it was enough. Rebounds big for Callum McRae. He was huge. He ended up with 21 and 13. And I sound like we're a little harsh on him at points, but it's just because we know what he's capable of. And he did it with the assist as well. He was their guy. 21, 13, and 8 wasn't enough tonight, but Alex McNaught, Langley had 10 between them. Avery had the 5, but 6 turnovers to match that one as well. And Scotty Telfer got in there with a couple blocks himself.
And I think for Theo Okuba, 3 blocks for him. If he can just stay out of foul trouble, those numbers will continue to go up for him. And look at Sammy Dempster. Game 199, just winding back the clock as he always does.